just a few more I want to build in based on what's going on. I also want to make sure you understand, as a defendant in this case, you have a constitutional right to testify and obviously a constitutional right not to testify. Correct?
Correct.
And are you exercising your constitutional right not to testify in this proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, I would not like to.
And are you doing that in a voluntary manner after knowing all of the circumstances of your case from a self-representation standpoint?
Yes, I am.
Very good. And no one's forcing you not to testify in this proceeding?
No, Your Honor.
And do you understand that I will be specifically advising this jury through an instruction that you'll see that they are not to infer any guilt at all from your silence?
Yes, Your Honor.
They will be told you have a constitutional right not to testify.
Yes, Your Honor.
That will reinforce everything I've already told them, both in jury selection and in my preliminary remarks to them.
Correct.
Very good. And that is your decision in this guilt phase of this proceeding, is not to testify.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. You may be seated. So we have the jury instructions finished. I'm going to give you copies of those finished, except for a few additions I am putting in. So I will do that with Liz now. We'll have a short break, probably of around 15 to 20 minutes, to make sure we have the jury instructions and the verdict form all prepared, that you have an opportunity to take a look at those. And if you have any questions, obviously you have standby counsel here. I know you're not used to seeing these. Basically, Mr. Holloway and the state, there are a series of standard instructions that are given in every criminal case. The evidence, the role of the jury, credibility, quantity, not quality of evidence. I described what a crime is in New Hampshire, both in terms of the criminal act and the criminal intent. There's several other instructions that are just basic to every case. Multiple charges in this case, expert testimony in this case. You'll see all of those. Those are given in just about every criminal case I do. And then after that, we review all 7 of the charged offenses. We quote from the indictments. We define the elements of each charge for them and give them the appropriate definitions within that particular charge. And then we go on to explain their duties while they deliberate. So I'm going to have both sides take a look at that. If there are any additional instructions you desire from the instructions I've given, I will give those some thought and decide whether I will give them or not. So let Liz and I do our job. We'll be back in probably about 20 minutes to make sure everything's lined up, and then I'm going to give you some time to review those instructions. I want you to have the instructions so you're aware of all the law I'm instructing on before you get up to do your closing arguments. All right? Closing arguments then will be followed by those instructions. Great. Thank you very much. Liz,
All right.
is it that?